So I'm doing a video response to SC Bushcraft. He tagged me for my top 5 outdoor gear. So you kind of just do a list of your top 5 things that you would take outside with you or when you go outdoors. So for me, I'm going to be looking at it like, what do I always have with me when I do my YouTube videos. So guess we'll probably set up right here and see what we got. So, number 1, right there, boots. Something about putting on your boots, excuse me, while I do this, undo the camera. So, something about putting on your boots, strapping them up, knowing that I'm going outside, it makes the, makes the process feel a little more real instead of just a pair of tennis shoes. These are a lower end pair of steel toe boots, but honestly, they're way more comfortable for my feet than some of the other ones. All right, number 2, when I'm out going outdoors, I always have my bag with me. Once again, nothing fancy, nothing special. I might upgrade this actually in the next year or so, but I mean, it still does the purpose. Has the comfortable padded straps, has the chest strap, but I like to carry things with me. I don't like to be over encumbered. A nice comfortable bag helps me when I go out in the woods. You know, what if I find something interesting, find something cool I want to throw in there? That will always have my stuff with me. And pretty much the way I construct my bag is I'm not counting everything in the bag. That's unfair to the challenge, but this usually has everything I could possibly need for any situation. But even those things aside, having my bag to carry, my top 5 things is helpful. So number 3, something to carry a container. So this is just an insulated thermos. It has my coffee. Now, I usually almost always have coffee with me. I'm very, very into coffee. Even in the summertime, I'll make iced coffee and take it out with me. Now, I always usually have a bottle of water in here, so I can stay hydrated or whatnot. But I love coffee, and I want something to always keep my coffee either warm or cold. So I always have a drinking container with me, usually some sort of insulated thermos, and that'll be for my coffee. So number 4, fixed blades. So I'm always going to have a fixed blade with me when I go out in the woods. These are probably my 3 favorite fixed blades that I have right now. Not any particular reason or in any particular order, except the exception being my Bark River JX6. This thing is amazing. It also has a little bit of sentimental value on how I got it. It's from Cedric and Ada. He had the contest, and that was pretty cool. That's where I won this knife. And I mean, I beat the hell out of this knife. So this is probably my favorite fixed blade. I usually will have that in my bag right now. So if I had to pick any fixed blade, it would be this one. But here is also my more robust Christmas gift over from John over at Fat Man Outdoors. I've been really enjoying this knife. Want to use it a little bit more. Put it through some rigors, maybe do a little review on that. And then my custom Kep part from DM Blades, which I might be working on something else with him here shortly. So this is a good knife, and also kind of special. All these knives are kind of special. These 2 were gifts essentially, and then this one was a custom knife that I worked on. Denny worked on over at DM Blades. So all right, let's put that in there. So boots, bag, drink, knife. So what's the other one? Well, so I wanted to throw a folding knife in there, and now I always have a folding knife on me, and I always take one out with me out in the woods. These are just a couple of them. So if I had to go folding knife right now, I've been EDCing this one a lot, but if I have a fixed blade, I don't need a folding knife. So those are kind of just an honorable mention, but not privy to top 5. So my last thing that I would have then would be, once again, I'm not going to talk about all the things on here or why I have all the things on here, but my keys, because my keychain has a little bit of everything. It's got a light, it's got another knife, it's got a little pocket tool, but stripping all those things away, this is probably the most important. This is a little lighter. Let me, I'm gonna set this down so I can show you guys. So this is just a little lighter. I bought something off Blade HQ, and they said, hey, do you want to buy this for $5? It's a little Ratworks peanut lighter, and honestly, this thing is amazing. It's more reliable than a Zippo. I actually had a Zippo, and I threw it in when I did my knife trade as a just a little bonus item, because once I got this, I didn't even care about a Zippo. Always on my keychain. I always usually have my keys with me, so this will take care of most of the things I need. It, like I said, it lights better than my Zippo ever did. Of course, that wind just came, but it's got an O-ring, so it never dries out. You know, usually I'll have a Bic or something with me, but this thing, honestly, is best $5 for my outdoor gear EDC rotation that I've gotten. So, and just a couple honorable mentions, I would say a ferro rod. That's something I never really messed around with until I started doing videos. I've always had like a magnesium fire starter with the ferro rod, and I used to play around with that. But yeah, so that would be an honorable mention. And then my cell phone / camera, because I do all my shooting on my phone. I take pictures. I take a lot of pictures outside too. It's got a really good camera, so something I always enjoy having with me to kind of document the process. So there it is, guys. Top 5 outdoor gear: boots, bag, drink container, coffee, fixed blade, and then a source of fuel or fire, which would be this little peanut lighter, but just my keychains in general. But if I had to pick anything off here, that one. So there you are, guys. Top 5 outdoor gear. All right, so some final thoughts on my top 5 gear. The thing that I'm lacking in my gear, and I recognize that this summer, and it'll probably be added, is some sort of wood processing tool. Now, I used to have just a cheap, sorry for the camera, wobble. I used to have just a cheap little hatchet, and I'll probably be looking at investing one of those. I'm going to do some research, and I know Condor has stood out, Fiskars has stood out, so I'm going to kind of do some proper research and see what I think on getting something for a wood processing tool. And then that's probably the biggest lacking that I see in my outdoor gear. Also, I would really like a chopper. I know SE Bushcraft was talking about a chopper coming up in the Gear Go round, so I'm actually really excited to try that out. But yeah, my keychain also, side note, is a little overdone. I'm going to kind of wind that down a little bit. But final thoughts on my top 5 gear. I think the things that I mentioned are the things that I always usually have with me. If not, I have something similar. Like I might have a Bic if I don't have that, but I always have this now. So I'm going to tag one person. Don't have 3 right now that come to mind, but KD, I want to see what you take as your top 5 outdoor gear. I'm kind of interested on what you do. So also the winner of the color for the Pit My Knife is going to be green. Zombie Hunter green. So I'll get to work on that. That'll be my next video. We'll be pimping this guy out here. So there we go. Thanks for watching, guys. See you soon.